Thank you for being with me. I really appreciate that. The Vols are just, they're doing so much better than the last few years. You guys look great, you're ranked. Talk to me a little bit about just how this team has just become so successful, the last couple of years. Didn't look so promising, but you guys were confident coming into the season. Talk to me a little bit how the Vols have been so successful this season.
I would say confidence is a big part of it because we came in the fall not knowing half the people, and just coming in and having everybody open arms really helped out, become a family, and getting out on the field, seeing people were like, all right, these guys are the real deal. We got good guys here. We got something to do. We got a chance to do something. So I think confidence really just boosted us that much more, put us in the right mindset.
Awesome. Now you guys have such a talented roster. How do you try and, I know you got to make the most of your opportunities, how do you try and crack in to get more playing time? How do you?
To be honest, right now, there's not too much to complain about. We got a lot of wins. That's the most important thing. Just putting in work on your own time, after practice, before practice, anytime you can get in, just as much work as you can do. Just never stop. Just keep grinding.
That's a great mentality. Now, last I saw you, 5 for 5 for stolen bases. What's your trick to consistency? Is it just speed? Is it reading the pitchers? I mean, I guess a little of both.
I would say so. Part of it would be Bergie's confidence, coach's confidence in me, calling me to steal a bag, and having them have that confidence in me lets me know that they've seen me do it and I know I can do it. And just knowing I can do it really helps out.
Awesome. Now, I'm going to go back to that Tennessee Promise that we talked about. So, Governor Haslam is proposing this thing for free community college for Tennessee students. Tell me what you think of that. What do you think of the opportunity that could be for, especially like as we were saying before, a ball player who coming out of high school couldn't make a big school, but maybe he can get some time in and try and show himself there.
Well, community college is a really, really good route to go. A lot of people don't really know about it. You hear about junior college, they're like, oh, you're going to junior college. People don't really know all about it. Coming from Lexington, there was no junior colleges in Kentucky. So people heard I was going to Meridian, they were like, couldn't you go anywhere better? And I'm like, no, I'm actually excited. I'm ready to get out there. Good atmosphere, good place to be. And going to a community college 2 years really helped out, especially far from home. It helped me grow up a little bit. And then just getting recruited all over again, everybody loves that feeling, and one day I just ended up here.
That's great. And because you were drafted out of high school, then again out of community college, so what made you decide to hold off and to keep working on your game at the collegiate level? And is getting your education part of that too?
Big part of it, really big part of it. Me and my dad and my mom actually, we talk about it a lot, and they said, we respect whatever you decide to do, but if it were us, we would want you to get as much education you can under your belt no matter what. I know this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some people, but we think that getting your education first would be the best idea, and I completely agreed and decided to stay another year and got here.
I think that's a great mentality to have and to put that importance on education. So now, when you were going to community college, were you scholarship, or was that something that, I don't know if the size of the college can do scholarships or?
I was on a scholarship, but it wasn't really much of one because I was a late signee there. Community college isn't too much like financially, mine wasn't at least, but they do try to help out their students as much as possible. And actually Meridian, they had the same promise that Tennessee is trying to do too. So if you graduate from a school around Meridian, you go to community college for free and further your education that way.
That's great. That's great. I want to talk a little bit about the transition to from high school to a college ball player. And in high school you were drafted, you're all city, all state, and as you go up in levels, you're surrounded by more people that caliber. What's that like to go from, it's almost like some people call it a big fish, small pond, but then you keep climbing up. Tell me a little bit about the transition.
At first, my freshman year, I was a little starstruck going out and seeing all these guys that were from Mississippi or southern states, and they were all state, and I was like, wow, these guys can really play. But I feel like if you have the right mentality, right mindset, that's when you flourish. You'll elevate your game that much more. And a lot of people just go into it and they're like, wow, I don't know if I can hang out, and they lose a little bit of confidence. But I think confidence, like in all things, is a really, really, really big part of that.
Right, anything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you see yourself doing after your time at UT is done? I know Brian told me that you know, along obviously with baseball, that you're studying. I want to say grass and
Turf grass management.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was telling him too. I had a friend who did that, and he spends his days on a golf course and he loves every day of it. What do you see yourself doing though after your time at UT is done?
Well, hopefully I'm still playing in professional leagues, but if not, I want to start my career as a grounds crewman for a baseball team, for a program, either college or MLB level or minor, just professional level. I feel like UT really does do a good job with getting their students internships, and unfortunately with me, baseball takes up my summertime, most of it. But if it didn't, they would definitely get me a good place to go, get my name out there, gets a lot of good knowledge in it.
That's great. Is it safe to say that UT provides you enough resources academically and baseball to be successful?
More than enough. They give you every shot you can take.
All right.
It's beautiful.